Thank you very much, Ken, my dear friend. Thank you, Roger, and thank you, the selection committee, for picking my name for this award. Good evening, everyone. Standing here tonight to receive the M&AADVISOR Leadership Award in Investment Banking is both humbling and a meaningful milestone in my career. I'm grateful and, truth be told, a little bit disappointed about how low the bar has been set to allow someone like me to receive it. When I look back over my career in investment banking, particularly in mergers and acquisitions, I don't see just a series of deals I've done or roles I've held. I see a journey, one shaped by people, by values, by challenges, and by moments of determination and others of doubt. Relatively early on, I was fortunate to hold leadership positions at some of the most timeless and respected institutions in our field. Later in my career, at age 41, I decided to do the unthinkable, leave a stable, burgeoning career for the privilege and the risk of building something of our own, alongside partners I deeply admire. I never realized I would learn more about leadership from this decision than I could have ever banked on. Those experiences taught me that leadership doesn't come from a glamorous brand, a big job title, a fancy office, or from signing off on multi-billion-dollar transactions, although we all recognize those moments are fun. Real leadership shows up in quieter, often harder moments. It's how you behave when the markets collapse, when a deal falls apart, when a client picks your competitor over you, when someone on your team struggles, or when short-term gains tempt you over what is right long-term. I've come to believe that leadership is not being about the loudest voice in the room, though, as many of you know, I'm often guilty of that, but about being the most consistent and balanced one. It's about creating genuine trust, making space for others, and setting a standard not just in results, but in how we pursue our objectives and how we treat people along the way. I remember one moment early in my career, I was working on a complex cross-border transaction, and we hit an unexpected roadblock that put the entire deal at risk. Tensions were high on both sides of the table. Voices were raised, large sums of money were at stake. But rather than escalate, my managing director at the time did something that stuck with me. He calmly brought everyone together, acknowledged the frustration, and said, "We must keep composure. Win or lose, succeed or fail. This deal may or may not happen, but how you handle this experience will remain with you forever." That moment taught me more about leadership than any textbook could, because it shows humility and clarity over ego and noise. When we founded our firm, we built it on some very powerful principles: independence, excellence, commitment, and integrity. We didn't want to be the biggest. We wanted to be the most trusted. We wanted clients to know that we would fight for their interests as if they were our own. That kind of culture doesn't happen overnight. It happens when people lead by example, when they show up for each other, day in and day out. I've been lucky to work with colleagues who do exactly that. Of course, none of this would have been possible without the people who walked this journey with me. My wife, Carolina, my anchor, my constant, who's been there through every late night, every doubt, every loss and frustration, and every new beginning. And I must recognize has survived more M&A nights and weekends than most junior bankers. My children, Victoria, Sofia, and Pedro, who remind me why any of this really matters. My parent, my sister, and my brother, who supported me through losses and difficulties. My partners and team, who have helped me achieve all these dreams. And above all, our clients, who have inspired and trusted us in their most important moments. They all helped get the best out of me as a leader and as a person. So this award, what has my name on it, does not belong to me alone. It's a shared recognition of the people who lifted me up, who pushed me forward, and who stood by me when it counted most. As I look to the future, I believe our industry, and frankly, the world, needs a different kind of leadership. One that's grounded not just in results or in expertise or in performance, but in empathy and compassion. One that values not just success, but principles. Because at the end of the day, success in investment banking isn't just about what we close. It's about what we open. Opportunities, careers, and possibilities. I accept this award with gratitude and with a deep sense of responsibility to keep learning, to keep building, and to remain committed to bringing out the best in those around me. I thank God and I thank you all.